Hello everyone, it's Helen here. How is everyone? I'm going to give it a bit of time now for people to join. There's quite a few viewers in here already, so thank you for the likes that I've had already. So pop onto the live chat, say hello. I'd love to hear where you're from and how you guys are. I'll be getting into my side of things very soon. I'm just going to let people join. If there's anything wrong with my sound, please let me know. So this is the project that we're going to be working on today. So yeah, there is a little bit of a change of plan from what I said last Tuesday, but the whole world is in a different situation than it was a week ago, so it is escalating, but yeah, we'll get into that in a moment. So how is everyone? Hope everyone is okay. I'm just checking my phone just to make sure that everything is streaming okay. So let's have a quick look. Here we go. Everything is there. Hello Maria. I could just see you just there. Okay, so we have quite a few viewers in now, so I hope you guys are all okay. So yeah, Maria Stewart, she's in Germany. So how are you over in Germany? In the UK yesterday it was announced that if you have any symptoms, cough or high fever, for you to stay at home and the rest of the household. So yesterday morning we had 2 people in my family, my husband and my son. They were on a 7-day quarantine, day 1 being yesterday, and by the afternoon it would move to 2 weeks, 14 days, and for the rest of the household. So my daughter's like, yay, no school for 2 weeks. So we'll see how we cope with that one. But yeah, thank you, Louise. She's saying, hope your household is coping well with quarantine. So far so good, but I think the first thing we need to sort out is manners and bickering and fights. So I think that will be our first thing that we're going to challenge and sort out first. So that should hopefully help us a little bit down along the line. We do have quite a large garden, so we're going to do our best to avoid cabin fever. So hi Sam, I'm going to read some of the comments now. Hi Sam, how are you? And hi Gillian. So yeah, just looking forward to the tutorial. So it's going to be this one today. I'll explain in a moment if you haven't seen any of my posts on my social media so far. So I did make a little announcement this morning. And yes, it's not too awful actually. My son has he's been getting some extra sleep. He's normally up really early. He's normally the first one up. He's the early bird, except he was the last one up today, so we kind of know that there's something, you know, not quite right, but he's pretty much his normal self. So so Maria said she's fine. No school for 5 weeks. So yeah, if they're not closing the schools yet, but if they do, we would have to go. If they don't close the schools, we would have to go back for 4.5 days, and then it will be the Easter break for another 2.5 weeks. So hi Emma. But if it's closed, we won't get that 4.5 days, so it'll be 2 weeks plus another week plus another 2.5 weeks. That's already my maths are 6.5-ish weeks off. And you know, whether it gets extended again, that, you know, we're just gonna have to live with it and see how it goes. So yeah, I had a grocery delivery today. Most things were delivered, so I was pretty happy with that. So we're okay for food, we're okay for toilet roll. There's no shortage here. We're okay for that. So I think as we are in self-quarantine, I think we are allowed to kind of pop out to the shop if we really have to, but we have most things in here. So and like I said, we do have a large garden, so we're just going to stay at home. Yeah, thank you, Purple K. Right, so I'm going to delve into this in a moment. So I've got some good viewers, good amount of viewers here, so I'm happy to kind of get into it. And if you're watching on replay, hello to everyone on the replay. There is another separate chat section or comment section. You can add your comments there. I read everything and I do my best to reply. I haven't been replying to messages for the last week due to everything that's been going on, so I am actually got a little bit more extra time now, so I have time to go through things, so that's pretty good. So yesterday I went to prepare for today's video, which was going to be the Egyptian gatefold mini album that I am working on. It's like a little A5 size. You can watch the replay on that from last week, and I was going to carry on with that this week, and I started getting pretty stressed about trying to think about what pages I was going to add in and how I was going to kind of just construct the whole thing, because I'm doing it from scratch. It just takes that little bit of brain power, which yesterday I discovered I did not have, and I was getting a little bit stressed over it, and I was thinking I don't want to cancel, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something else. And this literally came through the post last week, and it was on my desk, and I picked it up and I just felt happy about it, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this one. So this is one of my own, well, not my own, but this is a gift from Simply Made Crafts, my brand, and it's the cover gift for this month on Die Cutting Essentials issue 63. Now this is my basket here, so it makes a tiny little basket. As you can see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 dies. Oh, there's one missing. I didn't get my middle die, so that's okay, because I have my test. I will contact them about that one. If you have any dies missing, just contact the magazine and they'll pop another one in the post for you. So this is my blah blah blah. This is the sample test die that I got originally when we were all asked to make samples. So I'm going to switch over to this one. So this is the die that was missing. So again, if you have any dies missing, contact them. And this is a lovely daffodil die. So if you're wondering why this has got like a black patch compared to this is one you get in the magazine. So this, again, this is the sample one. So none of these projects would have existed at the time that we got these test dies. So that is a little explanation for this. So, but we do have a few artistic impressions on the back. So we're going to be making a basket today from this, and if you recognize this basket, it is a miniature, minus the top section here, it's a little bit different. It's a miniature of the Hexagon Hamper gift box die, which was released at Christmas. Now I do have a photo of that, and it's from Sam from Mix Up Craft. So she made a lovely basket, and I'm just going to the screen now. There we go. This is her basket that she made. It's absolutely beautiful. We were all stunned by it, and everything here is back in stock. The poinsettias are back and the basket is back in stock, and the basket is pretty big. Is it? And let's have a quick look at the hexagon die that you get with that. So this is the base of the basket, and then it comes out like so. So it's a very big basket. So this is the larger version of that. And I also just want to say that it's St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate that. And Craft Stash do have a delivery offer, free worldwide delivery for today only to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so St. Pat's. So if there's anything you wanted from Craft Stash, now would be the time, especially if you are overseas, to get those ordered. So that it doesn't matter about weight. If you want this magazine and you didn't want to wait the month or two that it takes to appear in your country, if it does get sold there, you can grab your magazines there as well. And also I have noticed they do have every 25th order wins today a voucher. So if you go to the Facebook Craft Stash Facebook page, they have been announcing throughout the day some winners. So it's definitely kind of something exciting and to keep an eye on. So let's go back to this. I have done a little bit of preparation, but before we get started, I just want to read some of your comments, because I don't really want to make it seem like I'm ignoring everyone, and there's quite a few here as well. So let's have a quick look. Okay, hello Marion, got Maria Husk, Pebbles St Leonard's, hello everyone, thank you Gillian, a good decision Helen. Yeah, you've got to make these decisions that take the stress away, because you know, stressful situations and getting stressed is not going to help your immune system whatsoever. So you know, do things that are going to relax you. And I am planning on doing a few more live streams as well, and into the evening as well, so that you know, people overseas in different time zones can actually watch live as well. So yes, I remember Sam, you made it for your nan, so it's kind of tempting to kind of make a non-Christmassy one in different colours. Yes, thank you Emma. I am hoping they are feeling better soon, but it's really quite mild, but you know, and the cough really isn't much of a cough, it's kind of a sort of cough as well. So, but it's there and it's happening regularly enough. And my son had a huge temperature on Sunday evening, quite late in the night, so when we checked on him he was burning up. So yes, but he seems to be fine. He's just sleeping it off in the mornings, getting extra sleep, but he'll be back to his argumentative self very soon, I think. So okay, I'm going to grab out these dies so far that I'm going to be using. I have a few things already cut out as well, and you also get this tiny little cute Easter egg as well. And with the offcuts, you can like do die inlay as well, so you can have different colours. So inside the magazine there are absolutely loads of ideas on what you can do with the die set as well. So we have little instructions here, and we have some beautiful projects from Sandra. So what she's done here is really clever. I might try and do something like that. What she's done is she's glued them together at an angle, so she's made a square one. So all you have to do is cut a square base, which I'm hoping to demonstrate that today, and she's just glued them together to make a really cool basket. And this is another basket here. So this is what I was saying, you can inlay different colours if you die cut them all out of different colours. And here she's made a beautiful tea light, so tea light holder. So obviously use a battery operated tea light, but this is the daffodils that I was saying what the pattern was. It's hard to tell on there, but that's what it is. And I also made some projects as well. So this is Nikki, she's also made some cards with it. She's gone for the glittery cardstock. So let's quickly go to, this is the lovely tree here from Mel. So you're getting all the sneak peeks of the magazine here. So here we have John Lookwood as well. Garden Makes. Oh, here's an advert. So this is if you do want to subscribe. So I think now we are literally going to be relying on things being delivered to us. So this is a really good offer actually. You get everything you need to make this album here. So, and also the alphabet dies as well. So you get the binding, the book, and this is what I needed yesterday actually, because I was making my album from scratch. It was using up all of the brain power that I did not have yesterday, and I don't have it today either. But if I was in the middle of demonstrating one of these, I would have been absolutely fine, because you know, it's kind of like a jigsaw or a Plus 3D sort of thing, where it does relax you and everything's there, you just got to put the pieces together. So I could have done with this yesterday. So let's quickly go to my section. I am in here, I promise. I am in here somewhere. I just didn't here I am, just didn't, you know, tab the page. So here I've made a little box with a lid, and all the dimensions here for making the base and the lid are here as well. And I made a tiny little basket just using a cut square, and here is my basket there. I didn't overly decorate them because I don't like to go too busy. I am more of a simplistic modern decorator, but I do like the shabby chic look as well. Sometimes it doesn't work out for me though when I give it a go. Jeanette, you're here. Hello, Jeanette. I think this is the first time she's joined in live. That's amazing. Okay, so I think that's everything. There are a few more. There is a Simply Made Crafts in here as well, but there's loads of shadow box cards. This is a lovely feature here from Debbie. Some diorama card there as well. We will get into the project in a moment. I mean, I'm everywhere in this magazine. Look, I'm here as well. An advert there. Okay, so the treat box that also makes the treasure chest, those are also back in stock too. So I just wanted to let you know that is back in stock. So if you loved Sam's treasure chest she made, everything is back in stock for that as well. So let's move on with the project. So I also need to kind of catch up with all of these comments as well. Can everyone hear me okay? I still need to kind of move my microphone a little bit, but now that I might have a little bit of extra time, you know, that's okay. It's okay, Lynn, you're not too late. We haven't really got started yet into the demonstration. We started at 1:30, so you haven't missed a lot at all. So we're 20 minutes in. So hello Kathy from Texas, Creative Spirit Designs, hello. Daniela, hello to you as well. Becky Holiday says that she's off too. Her 12-year-old has a persistent cough, and today I've got a fever. She's got a fever. Might as well get the bugs out of the way. That is so true. I'm kind of glad that this potentially could be the illness at this stage of where we're at, because it's not too overloaded healthcare wise at the moment, I'm presuming. I'm sure once the spike goes up, it wouldn't be the great time to catch it. So there is that we're getting it done early. And so yeah, Jeanette, you're working, can only listen. Okay, I'll keep the chattering going. So I've cut out a few things already. Hello Monica from Germany. I've die cut these out already. I've done, let's count, 5, and I've done 3 of these, and this is the hexagon for the base, so I need to cut another 3 of these. So we're going to be using this die, and let me just clear the text a little bit here, because we need 6 sides because it's a hexagon. So let's bring over the big shots. We're using my big shot today, and then I'm going to transfer to my Gemini for doing the intricate die. Right, so I'm going to be using Hunky Dory cardstock today. So this is Adorable Pink Posy and Adorable Perfect Periwinkle, but there is a load of colours that you can choose from. We even have Lemon Squeeze there, if you kind of want to go for a more yellowy Easter look. So I'm kind of going for a spring theme, but yellow I think works well as a little accent, so I'm not going to be using that as the main colour. So I've been doing some die cutting already just to get myself prepared. So let's run this through. Oh, Jeanette's saying she's working. No, she's working, but this is too distracting. Might have to go because I want to chat. Yes, Teresa, you haven't missed much. I've literally just started. I started at 1:30 today. I needed that little bit of extra time to get things prepared and ready. Sort the kids out lunch. They're still eating fine. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've cut another 2. Let's cut one more out. So I've trimmed down my A4 into A5 just to get it through the big shot, and we can stagger these as well. There we go. I'm using the magnetic platform. I love my magnetic platform. something about the die cutting machine is very relaxing. Yes, there will be a replay later on as well, so don't worry if you're just tuning in or need to go. Okay, so I've done all that die cutting, so getting short on space again. I don't know, maybe when the weather gets nicer, maybe we could do some crafting in the garden. You never know, might work until someone gets the lawnmower out, I guess. But see, everyone's going to be doing things from home, so we'll all be at home. There were rumours that in the UK, the Easter holidays over Easter break, the weather's going to be quite nice, so it might be nice. I'm sure we're allowed to go in our gardens, so well, I will be anyway. Well, we decided to grow vegetables again this year. I haven't done it recently in the last few years, but never say never. So we're going to be, we do have a greenhouse, so we're going to be sorting that out, getting it all cleaned and set up. I've got my seeds ready. I'm going to be growing some lettuce and tomatoes, potatoes as well, so because we do have quite a large, like a long garden, we should be okay for that. Okay, so do I use Cosmic Shimmer? This is a slightly coated card and it does take a little bit of extra time to dry, so let's see how we go with the Cosmic Shimmer. I remember I did this on Hexagon a couple of months ago and it just wasn't drying fast enough, so it was a little awkward with my projects falling apart, so we'll see how we get on with this. Yes, Lynn, mine too. My magnetic platform never leaves it. I barely use embossing folders, so I hardly ever have to get the platform that it came without. So what we're doing first is we are gluing each of these side panels to this this hexagon, and it's exactly the same process if you have the larger one as well. So in other good news, my new collection is going off to the manufacturers today. So I'm just fingers crossed everything still works out okay and I can bring that to you guys when it's due for launch. So fingers crossed all that comes through okay, and I'm just really excited about this one. I really can't tell you guys anything about it yet, but I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it, and I really can't wait to show you and demonstrate everything. So this Cosmic Shimmer seems to be okay with this cardstock today. I say today because I guess it depends on the temperature, on because it's a coated cardstock, whether it dries fast or slow. It seems to be okay. It is 24 degrees Celsius in the room I'm in at the moment, so it's not that bad. I shouldn't need to open the window, but this is my perfect temperature, to be honest. I'm just in a t-shirt. I had my cardigan on earlier because it was a bit chilly, but it's okay now. And as the sun is shining, I may be tempted to go out later and maybe start clearing the area for growing veg. So I'm hoping you can still see me okay. I'm getting some sort of buffering problem, so I'm just going to check that out. Hoping it returns okay. So we have a poor, I have a poor internet connection at the moment. I'm just wondering. I have a full family downstairs. Everyone's at home. Maybe they're using the internet too. maybe that's why my streaming is not that good. I don't know if any of my children are watching this. I don't know if they are. Could you stop using the internet? Oh, excellent connection. All is fine. It's all gone back to green. I think someone in my house was possibly playing a game that was using a lot of internet, you know, like Fortnite or even Minecraft. I don't know. Right, I will analyse that later. My husband is home and he works in IT and he can check that for me, and then we may have to come to some sort of agreement on who gets the internet. Oh, this quarantine is going to be so fun. And I hope that interruption wasn't too bad for you guys. I hope you're all still there. Say hi if you're still watching. Okay, so while that buffering problem was happening, I managed to do this. There we go, everything is glued onto the base. And now we can glue these on as well. So I just want to quickly show you in the magazine, wherever I've put it. Where have I put it? It's got to be somewhere. I've lost the magazine. Where'd it go? I do this all of the time. There we go, it's under a big pile of stuff. There we go. Right, so this is my one, and in today's video I'm just going to glue those on. But it does come with this mat here, so I'll be showing you quickly. You cut this one out first, and then you run it through again with this one in the machine. And oh good, no interruptions. And let's quickly get to the sample here. Here's one sample here. So she's used the matte dye here to literally make a different colour behind there. And it's also been added on with foam pads as well. So there's loads of different looks that you can go for this one as well. So where's the sample? Here it is. They've done the same on this one as well, so you can see there that they've used the mats twice just to raise it up. Okay, so I'm going to quickly cut out one more. These ones do take a little bit of extra time because they are intricate, so I did as much prep as possible for this one. So let's move everything aside. I'm going to try not to lose any dies today. Where were we? We need the big shot for this. We need pink. There we go. Here, pink. So moving over to the pink hunky dory, adorable, storable card. It's nice and thick. Make a nice, lovely, sturdy basket. And I'm going to grab this die here. So this is the die that's going to make the side. This nests inside it for the mat. So if you want to have another colour behind this, cut this one again in a different colour. Okay, so if you can't find this in the shops, or if you're self-quarantined, you don't want to go out, just you can order it. It's free worldwide delivery today at Craft Stash. So if you want this magazine, go for it. And again, all the other magazines as well as any supplies. Have you got enough glue? I think I might have to order another bottle. I have got, it's up to here, so I may just have to order another just to keep me going. Okay, I'm just looking for my Gemini. These are Gemini Junior plates. I don't have a Gemini Junior. These will fit through a standard sized Gemini. If you run it through, in that position. If you try and feed it through that way, it won't go through, but if you put it in sideways through the big size Gemini, it will fit. So that's a nice tip there. So if you were thinking about getting a Gemini Junior, just get the plates. You can buy them all separately. So I'm going to add some tape to this. So the reason why I'm using the Gemini today for the intricate design is because I don't have an intricate plate for my big shot, and I know that the Gemini does kind of pack a bigger punch, I guess. It just presses it better. So I may have to run this through twice. So you'll hear it go through the machine. I would bring it over for you guys to kind of watch, but the wire is way over there, so I'm just going to move it and then pop it through again. But yeah, I do have a second webcam, so I'm hoping to have a little bit of a different setup. And I should have a little bit of extra time now to kind of set that up and set up my microphone properly and do more live shows, because that's something I really want to do. So perhaps maybe next week, if I can't think of anything, maybe we could have a scrapathon where you guys tell me what to do and then I'll make it. We can have loads of fun, and it'll be like you guys are in my craft room making a huge mess, most likely. So if that sounds like fun, let me know. So I've got a Sizzix brush here. Love this thing. Get all of those out. And for any leftovers, use a little pokey tool or a spike thing. Yeah, so Mary said she made this a couple of days ago. Time consuming, I would agree, because nice things do take time. Especially, I think the time consuming bit would be these intricate things. But yeah, she's pleased with it. She got her magazine in Smiths. That'll be WH Smiths. Yes, there's a lot of chaos, so yes, if you need to journal, and I'm tempted to kind of get screenshots of some of the newspaper headlines, because they're kind of not collector's items, but it is a piece of history and something to keep. Okay, so let's get these glued on. It's probably easier to get these glued on before we put the basket together. So I'm just going to add glue all the way around the sides, and then a few dabs just in the center here on some of these. So on this die, you can actually trim out some of the flowers. Most of the flowers do kind of go into the edges, but if you wanted to trim them out, you can do. So let's get that glued on. So, is there anyone else in quarantine, and are there any old hobbies that you've not done in a while that you think, I'm going to get those out, knitting or crochet? I am tempted to do some crochet. I have got a few extra balls of wool, but I know my craft room is pretty much fully stocked. I've got enough in here to keep me occupied for the next couple of years, most likely, so I'll be alright. As long as I don't run out of glue, I'll be good. Okay, so let's get the second one down, and then after we've made this basket, I'm going to make a little square one. So there'll be some more die cutting coming up. So Creative Spirit Science has a brilliant idea. Was that my suggestion for you guys telling me what to do? You can boss me around, choose the colours and projects and things to make. Oh no, so Mrs. I think it's Laura. She's had to pick her son up from school because he has a cough. So I probably wouldn't be surprised if most of the schools are going to be closed pretty soon. I am keeping an eye on the news, keeping up to date with things. It can be quite addictive actually, so I have to tell myself to stop looking. But then I naturally have, is it called morbid fascination, I guess? I have to know what's going on, even though I won't like what I see. Yes, so I don't actually buy the newspapers, but I do sometimes, if I'm up really late, some of the news pages, like the BBC, they show the next day's newspaper front pages, so that would be the place where you can get some screenshots if you wanted to print them out and use them in your albums, in your journaling. So there's a little tip there if you need to get hold of any front page stuff. You know, even try different countries' ones as well. I remember when Notre Dame went down, they were sharing front pages of newspapers in France, so I got a few of those pictures as well, because it is a piece of history, really. You know, because when my children were born, I bought or my husband did, he went and bought a newspaper on the day of their birth, so they have a newspaper each as well. So I was born on a Saturday during a football, so my dad missed the football match. And then I'd say it was the midwife, I guess, back in the 80s, but yeah, it would have been a midwife. She said, "Congratulations, it's a boy." And he went to go, "Yeah," and then, "Oh no, it's a girl." Oh, my poor dad. Okay, so I'm going to add glue now to the sides, and I'm going to try and look through some of the comments. So I think the key is actually not to add too much glue when it comes to doing this. Okay, so you guys are also lovely, telling everyone to look out for each other, and just you're being so kind and nice to each other. That I think that's the key to this, getting through this. So thank you, everyone. So yes, I am hoping to do some more live shows during different times of the day, so that different countries can watch in live as well. I guess we're all going to have a little bit of extra time on our hands, so yeah, I do have elderly relatives myself. My husband's nan, so she would be my children's great grandmother. She's in her early 80s, so, and she also has a lung condition, so she needs to stay inside. And stay safe. So this is coming together really well. So it's taken me a little bit longer because this does have a bit of a coating, so it's taking a little bit extra for the glue to take. So Wendy's saying she entered a Facebook competition with Stylecraft last week for a pack of wool, and she won it. Well done. It arrived today. day one of self-isolation. That's what that will. Are you, Wendy, are you a crocheter? Is that how you say it? Or a knitter? I tend to crochet. I like to do blankets for some reason, because they're easy to do. I like blankets. One Christmas I challenged myself to make everyone a blanket, and I started in the summer and I made like 10 blankets by Christmas. That was a lot of fun actually, but halfway through that challenge we got a kitten. So in September we got a kitten. This was back in 2014 I think, and I had to stop for a while because it kept we called our kitten Tommy, so Tommy kept going for the wall, so I kind of had to wait till he was asleep. But yeah, he's a big cat now. He's right next to me asleep, so he's fine with this. Just got to make sure we don't run out of cat food, and we're all good to go. Okay, so that probably took a little bit longer than normal because of the coating on that, but that is the basket. I do have some Easter eggs. I want to put a handle on as well, but we'll get to that in a moment. I do have some Easter eggs here. Has anyone bought any Easter eggs yet? I'm thinking in my next grocery order I'm just going to get everyone's Easter eggs, just so I have them and it's all there, because I have everything else I need. So I'm kind of working on the non-essential items, I guess, seeing if I can get some of those in. So these are just hollow eggs here, egg hunt basket from Tesco. I'm guessing they still have them, because I think everyone's just trying to buy toilet paper at the moment, so everyone's leaving the Easter eggs alone. So if you're a chocolate lover, get your eggs now. Okay, so let's put the handle here. If you wonder what that bang was, that was my back door, so someone's gone in the garden. Okay, so we have a basket handle template here, but I'm just going to quickly take a measurement and cut that out. So that's 7 1/8 and 1 3/4. So I do apologise for all that banging. I have no idea what my husband is up to downstairs. Okay, so let's grab paper trimmer, and we're going to go for, should we go for a pink handle? Shall we go for a pink handle? Yeah, I think we will. So I'm going to go for, as it was, no, I'm going to go for a 1 inch. Let's just go for a 1 inch. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to trim it down. That's going to be an 8 1/4, which is the width of the UK A4 size. Okay, so we're just going to glue this one onto there. And then we can make the square one. I'm going to use some red tape for this because I'm not going to stand there for ages holding that shut. Hi Cheryl, thank you for joining us. What was she saying? The Stampin' Scrapbook Expo in Orlando is it postponed or cancelled? Ah, postponed. I've got dried glue coming off onto the red tape. Oh, one of the hazards of crafting. Okay, I'm going to chop that off. So Wendy says, I try to hook for charity. So by hook, do you mean crochet? I need to read through the rest of the comments now, just to see if, I'm presuming that's, as it's hook, that's crochet, because I'm more of a crocheter. I can just about knit, but crochet is my thing. I don't know, maybe I might have time to do some sewing as well. I do like to sew. I like to sew bags. Ta-da! I like sew bags. Love bags. Love to sew bags. That was kind of what I started off sewing, and I made a couple of items of clothing. So I think maybe I can get back into that too. So let's just stick this handle on. And there we have a lovely tiny little basket. I love that. So you can pop these in, you can put some flowers in there. I've in the magazine I've used some flowers here. Where is it? Here it is. So I've used some of the rolled flowers from my flower and leaf collection die set, just to make a lovely basket of flowers. So that is filled with an egg basket, and so let's make the square one now. So let's stick with the purple, I think. Let's make a lovely Easter version. So I'm not going to do any intricate dies, I just want to show you guys measurements and getting these together as well. And if you want to make the box that I showed you at the beginning of the video of this live stream, then the measurements for the box are in the magazine too. But if I do remember, I will pop them down below so you can make the lids. It's literally just a square, and you score the sides, trim them, notch them out, and then you can just use that as a lid. So it's really super easy. So we're going to be cutting 4 of these now. Okay, so Creative Spirit says she used to make her own clothes when she was 11, and she still has the sewing machine. Yes, I still have my very first sewing machine, because my mum is in her mid-60s, so she was brought up on those black Singer sewing machines, you know, the manual ones, the classic Singer ones with the wooden base and the wooden domed top. She had one of those. She also had an electric one as well, but she did teach us to sew, and she managed to find antiques, and she actually bought us each, me and my sisters, an antique black Singer sewing machine. So I have that in storage, so I might just maybe get the kids having a go on that. It's a really good, even though it's an antique, you can still use it, and I had a go on it, making little Barbie clothes and things. So it's perfect for a child to kind of learn, because they're in control of the speed. It goes as fast as you can wind it, basically. So it's a little bit safer, and it's pretty good for learning, but it only does like the straight stitch, it doesn't do anything else. Okay, so we are going to have to manually cut a square out now, so I'm going to show you how you can work that out. So we need a square that's going to go along the bottom here, so that's the measurement we need. So we need to make our square 1 7/8 of an inch. So let's grab the paper trimmer. Sorry, that probably was a big bang actually. So let's cut this at 1 7/8. Great thing about this Tim Holtz is that it's got the measurements along the bottom and the top, and in centimetres, although I rarely work in centimetres nowadays. So there is our square, and if you want to make a lid for it, I will give you some more measurements because I'm feeling a bit sharp today. So you would need to cut your square at 2 7/8 and then score it at 1/2 inch all the way around, cut into your sides, and then you can use one of the flaps, glue it onto the back to make the lid, and then the rest of the flaps to tuck it inside. So let's make this lovely square box now. The sun's going in now as well, so maybe we can create a bit more light. So yes, it is $9.99. Yeah, so Wendy has 6 sewing machines. 7 was a bit excessive. I do have 2. No, I have 3. I have 1 mini one, 2 electrics because I kind of upgraded. Got a Singer and a Brother. And then I have my manual Singer as well. So I'm sure you can, I know there are places where you can order dress patterns online, so that could be another thing if you get bored, or you know, this is literally your time to go through that crafty bucket list if you have one. It's perfect, absolutely perfect for that. And if you're wondering what that noise is, I have no idea. It could be my son. He does make some strange noises every now and then. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just glue these onto the square. Yes, so as I'll be going live more often, you may be hearing more and more strange things, so just know that that's normal in my household. So we can all put up with it together. Okay, so this is a really easy, simple one as well. It's kind of like a mini popcorn holder as well. So what sort of videos would you like to see from me in the next couple of months? I guess I can do digital things as well, so we have knitwit collections. If you love knitwit collections, maybe we could do some knitwit projects as well. So they do journaling kits as well, so go check out knitwitcollections.com, I think it is, and you can download some of their collections, and some of them are journal collections as well. They are so beautiful, especially my favourite ones are the floral ones. So if you need to stock up on digital printing things, so get your inks in now and your paper and your card, and you're good to go for the next couple of months, depending on how much you kind of work through that. I've got the eco tank, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some more ink bottles, because I've had it about a year and a half now, and I'm gonna need a refill soon. Not that I'm gonna run out imminently, but I'm just want to make sure I have the bottles there, because I'm probably gonna do a lot of printing and printing things out. So I'm just gluing on the last one, and then I can get these together. So Gillian said a tutorial on my new luxury handbag. Yes, I do need to do that, and I should have time now to kind of get all of those tutorials out. But the one thing that I do tend to avoid, or would like to possibly avoid, is having too many Simply Made Craft tutorials out at the same time, because I kind of want to mix it in with normal projects that I would normally do for everyone else, because not everyone is a huge fan of you know, when I'm like, it's almost like I'm self-advertising in a way. So I kind of like to have a really good mixture. So if I end up doing a huge amount of self-advertising with the Simply Made Crafts on my channel, I get quite a few thumbs down. Not that thumbs down bothers me, but it does let me know kind of if I'm overdoing something, which I don't want to do. You know, I don't want to be shouting out, buy my stuff, here is this, here is that. But then again, the people that have bought the stuff, they need the tutorials at the same time. So I'm still trying to work out how best to go around that one, because I do want everyone to be happy, but I'm not about to kind of bend myself too far in order to make everyone happy. So I need to create a good balance for everyone, including myself, on that. So do you guys have any thoughts on that at all? So I think I'm just going to have to evenly get the projects out, some Simply Made crafts and some just normal, straightforward, easy projects that you can just do without having to go out and buy a whole load of stuff. Okay, so last one now. This is reminding me of a miniature popcorn holder. You could probably fill this with popcorn. You can say I'm rationing the popcorn because we're in quarantine. Can you imagine that, giving someone some popcorn, say that's your lot in this little box? I would do it just to see their face and say, you know, only joking, but you can't have the whole bag. I could do a Simply Made Crafts channel. There is a possibility that I do have my website as well, so I may just have I do have a Simply Made Crafts section on there, so I may be more dedicated to that and have more tutorials shared on that section, and then just have a few on my YouTube channel. So there is that. I do have that option, and then gradually release some of the videos at a time on there. But I do my best with every new launch to get a few tutorials out, especially the popular ones as well. And another thing I don't like to do is, if any of my die sets are out of stock, I don't like to kind of advertise them during that time, because people can't buy them and it's kind of like teasing. So once they're back in stock, I like to kind of, you know, just say it's back in stock, here it is, and here's the tutorial. Just like what I did earlier on. Here is Sam from Mixed Up Crafts lovely Poinsettia project. The basket and the poinsettias are back in stock, and also the treasure chest that she made. I don't have the picture here, but the treasure chest she made, all of those are back in stock, and the bundle is there as well. So that's, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh yeah, and there is free delivery as well worldwide for today only, so you can, you know, go ahead and get all of your bits and bobs. Stock up on that glue. Okay, so we're kind of coming now to 1:30. Yeah, we've been doing this a good hour now, so I would say we've got through quite a lot on what I decided that we were going to do today, so I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm going to quickly read through your comments again. Thank you, Cheryl. So she's saying my designs are very inspiring and makes any crafter happy. Thank you. Yeah, so I do have an SMC Simply Made Crafts section on my website, so I'm going to start, you know, updating that and seeing how that goes, and hopefully I can get some more tutorials up on there, and that should, you know, because people do ask me, have you got a tutorial for this? So sometimes I do, if there is one from the design team, I can say go check out so and so's YouTube channel. There is a lovely tutorial on there for you to follow. And I do love to see what the different design team members make as well. You know, they all have their own little style, and they always, you know, switch something up, and it's really lovely to see. So I do enjoy that, and it takes a huge amount of pressure off me, because in the beginning I was making everything myself, and it got to the point where I was getting really I was creating the same things over and over again. So yeah, okay, so don't forget there's free delivery today only at craftstash.co.uk. I think it's at .us as well. There'll be free delivery on there. That's in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, so you can stock up. And if you do wait for any of the magazines to appear in your supermarkets, wherever country that you're in, and it takes a while for them to arrive, you can order them now. So go to the Craft Stash website, check out the magazines, and just, you know, they all come with a cover gift as well, so there's enough crafting goodies in them to kind of keep you going. And inside the magazines there are loads of ideas as well. So this one is, I'll just remind you, this is Die Cutting Essentials issue 63, and this is the project that you can make with that die set. So I have the die set here. Oops, making those noise again, so I'll just pop that one there. So that is the die set. It's from my brand Simply Made Crafts, and I really enjoyed today. So I do feel so much more relaxed doing this video than what I had planned to do. So I'm going to start planning on next week's video very soon, and I do have a few bits of work to do during the week, but I am, you know, trying to just slow down and not get stressed. I think that's what we should all do, slow down and not get stressed. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that has joined today. It's really great hearing from you guys. I hope you're all well, and if you do have sniffles or sore throat or a little cough, you know, I hope it's not that bad. And yeah, do heed the warning signs about the breathlessness, because it does creep up on you. It's happened to my my husband's grandmother a couple of years ago. She did develop pneumonia, and it creeps up on you so slowly you don't know it's happening. So, you know, do try and keep an eye out for that as well. So that's the only thing I have to say on that. So I don't want to get morbid or unhappy. So yeah, so thank you guys. Again, if you're watching on the replay, thank you again for watching on the replay. There is a comment section that you can write to as well, so I'll be reading through all of those, and this video will be available very shortly to watch on replay, so it takes a while for it to reappear. So yeah, I can see everyone saying thank you and take care. Yes, everyone take care, and thank you so much for joining me. It really means a lot that you can spend your time with me. So yes, I will see you again very soon. So there will be some more live videos, and they'll be popping up, so you'll see those when they appear. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye Jeanette, bye everyone.